The Morgan Report with David Morgan. Discover how to build and protect your wealth at themorganreport.com.
Welcome to this week's weekly perspective for the week ending 25 July 2025. Well, first up, I want to talk about recent news in the precious metals, and that is easily found on our Twitter account at SilverGuru22. And I think the key for this week is an interview I did yesterday with Jim Poplava and Bob Coleman. That is on the Financial Sense NewsHour website. Here it is. You can find it easily, and it's linked on our blog, and it's also on my X, so it's not going to be too hard to find. I will just say that it was a pretty good conversation in my view. You can make up your own mind, but it had to do a lot with where we are in the silver market, the gold market, and also we talked about platinum slightly. However, I wanted to take this week to do something a bit different, and that is a little bit more esoteric, deeper, and spiritual. And that is when money becomes God. Welcome to the Morgan Report. This is an episode that steps away from the market charts and metal ratios. We're going to talk about something deeper, a question we need to confront head on. What happens when money becomes God? When a society no longer treats money as a tool, but worships it as the ultimate authority, it doesn't just change economies, it changes souls. It begins subtly. We say, I'm just trying to get ahead. Then it becomes whatever it takes. Then whoever I need to step over. And soon virtue is no longer measured by character, but by capital. What you own, not who you are. And then the decline begins. We become a civilization obsessed with image. Friendships become networking strategies. Education no longer is about wisdom, it's about leverage. Love turns transactional. Even spirituality is sold on a subscription-based model. Everything becomes a product, even people. And yet, in this hyper-connected, monetized world, loneliness is epidemic. People scroll endlessly, but rarely look at someone in the eye. Suicide rates have climbed, children are medicated, and dinner tables go silent. Because when money is worshipped, connection dies. You can't hug a stock portfolio. You can't find purpose in a PayPal balance. The truth is, when money becomes God, humanity becomes expendable. Workers are just data points. Algorithms decide what's worthy. AI replaces meaning. And central banks distort the value of your labor, and they call it growth. In a word, it's a world of digits, not dignity. We were made for more than this. So what can we do? We can return to some simple truths. Money is a servant. It should not be a master. It's a tool, nothing more. It cannot love you, it cannot teach you, and it cannot save you. We must re-anchor in things that matter. Integrity, beauty, wisdom, family, freedom, and faith. Things that last longer than the ledger. If we keep chasing empty wealth, we won't just lose our savings, we'll lose our souls. But it doesn't have to be that way. If you're listening to this, and you're one of the few that see through the illusion, you are not alone. And let's be the ones who bring back truth into finance and humanity back into our lives. This is David Morgan. Thanks for listening. Stay strong, stay awake, and as always, stay real. And lastly, I'd like to say that I would say great effort to do the documentary is almost complete. I talked to the final producer 2 days ago, and he should have the final rough version for me a week from today. And of course, I'll go through that, look for errors and omissions and anything that I think could be better, give it back to him. So I'm going to guesstimate that we should have the documentary up for everyone probably within 3 weeks or so. It goes through a lot of these ideas I just presented to you today.
The U.S. government debt is about to cross $37 trillion. That's not a typo. That's trillion with a T. Tariffs are being used to try and even the playing fields. Global supply chains are shifting. Inflation isn't going away, and the value of your dollar? It's quietly being drained while no one is really talking about this. The truth is, we're living through the early stages of a financial reset, whether anyone wants to admit it or not. And if you're still relying on mainstream headlines or financial advisors who just tell you to write it out, you could be blindsided when things really shift. That's where the Morgan Report comes in. For over 25 years, David Morgan has been helping investors cut through the noise. He tracks what actually drives markets, from precious metals and mining stocks to global debt and monetary policy, and show you how to protect and grow your wealth when the system is under stress. This isn't just about gold and silver. It's about having a clear-eyed view of where things are headed and making sure you're not caught off guard. The Morgan Report gives you real research, honest analysis, and strategies you can act on, even in a world of rising debt, unstable currencies, and economic uncertainty. Go to themorganreport.com today, download your free report, get informed, get ahead, and take back control of your financial future. Themorganreport.com, because $37 trillion in debt won't fix itself.